yesterday that I'm in Colorado, and the snow came, which is not my preferred thing, but it's also what I grew up with, so figured today is the perfect time to talk about the movie, because today, for me, not for you, marks 30 whole days of vlogging, which is not something I ever fully thought that I would get to, but if I did get to it, I decided that I would tell you what the movie actually is. I'm gonna get inside so that it's warm though. It doesn't ever get any better. It's always cold, and every time I come back, it's actually maybe worse because I live in not cold places, and the longer that I do that, the less accustomed I am to cold. And Nashville's not warm all the time, but it's also better than that, which is tough for me right now. But I wanted to talk about the movie because we haven't really talked about that, and I did that on purpose because I didn't want this to fizzle out after I had already announced to the world that I'm making this movie and I'm doing a daily vlog and all of that stuff, because I tend to do that a lot. But the movie for me is a semi-autobiographical. I keep saying that. It's probably not. It's a dramatized version of my upbringing and my relationship with my father, and from my dad's house. I almost said my father's house, but that feels a little too Christian for this. So that's about it. So a few weeks ago, we talked about Robert Rodriguez, how he made his movie El Mariachi, and how he made it for super cheap, right? And he just made a list of everything that he had available to him for free and made that movie. And that was his film school. And so I started thinking, how can I do that? And while I love genre films and these, high concept, sci-fis and thrillers and gritty mysteries, I also felt like I need to pick a story that is conceivable that I would be able to make it if I never had any sort of financial help from anyone. If my YouTube videos never blow up and go viral and I have 1 million people following me and supporting me, how could I still make this movie? And so that led me to, I could make a movie about my life. A movie that has a bunch of scenarios, moments, characters that are from my life and my childhood. And so that's what this movie is. And the goal and hope is that I'll just end up shooting it by myself with me and dragging my family members into this movie. Because whether or not I have help, I can do that. And I can get my practice in, get used to making a 90-minute film and learn more than I ever have about making movies from making that movie. And so if I have to give you a proper slug line or something, I would say this movie is a story of a father and son dealing with the passing of a loved one and mending their relationship on a road trip. That's the premise, and I'm gonna force that guy, probably, to be in this movie with me, because we've been stuck with each other for 26 years, so he has to do it,
That's what a dad does.
Exactly. So I don't want to go into too much because obviously spoilers and stuff. I don't want to just tell you everything about the movie, and
he doesn't really know.
Yeah, that's also fair. It's only half written anyways. So but I don't want to like, you're gonna see the whole process anyways. That's what this vlog is about. This vlog is for me to look back at it and know what all happened, the whole journey from the day that I started the outline and started this vlog a month ago to hopefully in a year or 2 or 3 or however long it takes to put this movie out and finish it and have a feature film. And this is just my journal of my film school, which I've said before, if this movie is my film school, this vlog is my notebook. It's everything that I'm learning, but that's the plan at the moment. How do you feel about that?
I'm not real sure yet.
Which honestly feels great to me too. Because I also don't know how I feel about it yet, but who knows, maybe we'll get famous before then and then you're off the hook.
Well, there you go. I'm all for that.
Yeah. That's on you guys, I guess. Alright.
Cool.
That's the video. Peace.